Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Asur, and today we're talking about something huge. India just passed Japan to become the world's fourth biggest economy. Yup, our GDP hit $4.19 trillion, edging out Japan's $418 trillion. That's wild, right? But what does this even mean for us? Is it just a cool headline, or is there more to it? Let's break it down. No fancy jargon, just like we're chatting over chai. Ready? Let's go. Okay, so here's the deal. On May 25th, 2025, Niti Aayog's boss, BVR Subramaniam, dropped the news. India's economy is now bigger than Japan's. The IMF's latest report says our GDP is 4.19 trillion, while Japan's is just 4.18 trillion. That's a super close race, like a $1 billion difference. And get this, the IMF thinks India could overtake Germany by 2028 to become the third biggest economy with a GDP of $5.58 trillion. That's next level stuff. From being called a weak economy years ago to now beating giants like Japan, India's killing it. But how did we pull this off? And is it all as awesome as it sounds? All right, let's rewind. 10 years ago, India's GDP was half of what it is now, $2.1 trillion. So what's the secret sauce? First off, the government's been pushing stuff like Make in India, GST, and digital vibes like UPI. These have made our factories and tech games super strong. We're exporting software, phones, even solar panels now. Second, we've got a young crowd. Over half of India is under 30, ready to hustle. Japan, their population's getting older, and their economy actually shrank by 0.7% earlier this year because people aren't spending much, and their exports took a hit. Meanwhile, India's growing at over 6% a year, fastest in the world, says the IMF. But before we start dancing, there's a catch. Let's talk about it. Here's where it gets real, guys. Yeah, our GDP is huge, but we've got 1.4 billion people. Japan's got just 125 million. So when you divide that GDP per person, India's at $2,878 a year, while Japan's chilling at $33,995. That's like a 12x difference. What's that mean? GDP is the total size of the economy, but per capita income shows how much money the average person's got. Japan's got bullet trains, super clean cities, and they spend 3% of their GDP on research and tech. Us, we're still dealing with bad roads, waterlogging, and we spend less than 1% on R&D. People on X are calling it out. They're like, cool, we're number 4, but where's my hospital or decent school? And they've got a point. Big GDP doesn't mean everyone's living the high life. Let's talk Japan for a sec. They were the world's second biggest economy back in the day. Think Sony, Toyota, all that jazz. Their GDP's close to ours now, but they've got way fewer people and crazy good infrastructure. They spend big on research, making robots and AI that blow your mind. But Japan's got problems too. An aging population, fewer exports, and trade drama with the US. India's got young energy and reforms pushing us up. Still, someone on X said, India's GDP beat Japan, but it'll take 50 years to live like them. Japan's quality of life is on another level. So what's the plan now? India's on track to hit $5.5 trillion by 2028, maybe even passing Germany. But the real deal isn't just bigger numbers, it's making sure every Indian feels this growth. We need better schools, hospitals, roads, and more jobs that pay well. We gotta pump money into research and tech, because a $4.99 trillion economy sounds dope, but it's pointless if millions are still struggling. Alright, let's wrap this up with some real talk and a bit of Desi spice. India beating Japan's GDP is a big flex, no doubt. But like folks on X are saying, GDP doesn't fix potholes or get us bullet trains. We're not Japan yet, and that's cool. We're a young, hungry country making waves. So what do you think? Is this GDP win a big deal, or just a number? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's talk. If you like this vibe, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the bell for more Real Talk breakdowns. This is your name, signing off with one last thought. India's on the rise, but let's make sure everyone's along for the ride.